Michelle Currier is an American artist currently working in Colorado. Her paintings focus on the natural world, featuring trees, water, and forests, and especially her favorite subject, Lake Tahoe. Her landscapes offer realism with a focus on light, how it travels through the trees, and how it reflects off of the water. Let's use her artwork as our inspiration when we get started today. Beginning with the end in mind, we're going to be creating this really cool radiant forest landscape. I think it looks so cool, and you're going to have tons of fun creating this as well. When you get your sheet of paper, make sure you get your name put on the back, flip it over to the front side, and start creating that radial design. I'm going to grab some of my tempera cakes, using plenty of water and plenty of paint, create a radiating design. It almost reminds me of a concentric circle, or perhaps starting like a rainbow color, yellows, oranges, then reds. Feel free to look at the color wheel to find what colors go well next to each other to get that rainbow feel coming from the project. I started with yellow, thinking about the sun and how bright it is, and then continuing outward. Once I hit red, I looked at that color wheel and decided to use a maroon or purplish red. And then after I've moved into my purple, I'm going to also move into some blues and some dark blues as well. By the time that you're finished, please paint the entire page so that there's little to no white by the time that you're done. Let's go ahead and take this over to the drying rack and let it dry. Black piece of paper, look at how this fits onto the paper. It goes all the way from the bottom to the top. So using my piece of paper, I'm going to go ahead and cut the bottom to the top to give me the look of trees. Now with that last strip of paper, I'm kind of figuring out where I want to glue down my trees. With that last strip of paper, I'm going to be taking that and creating branches. Let's see how that's done. I'm just taking my paper, cutting just a little snip off, and creating some branches that I can use on my project. Feel free to draw them out if you feel a little bit more comfortable starting in pencil, but otherwise, thinking about branches, they're going to be long and skinny. So I'm thinking about that as I create my branches onto my project, long and skinny. Okay, let's go ahead and take a moment and glue that down. Notice dot is a lot. You shouldn't really have to squeeze the glue bottle at all. Just get a few dots on there onto your paper so that it's not oozing or pooling out to the side. Same thing with my branches. I put a little bit of dot of glue on the bottom, drug it to the outside, and then I'm laying that down. A little bit of the glue is oozing out the side, but not much. Notice I switched sides of the tree that I'm putting the white pastel on because it's reflected by the light. So of course it would be on the opposite side. Let's take our project and put it into the splatter paint station. There'll be a box set out as well as some watered down paints. Go ahead and get on an apron, a painting apron for this step, just to keep your clothes clean. And you'll notice that I'm putting the paintbrush in the box to help keep myself protected. After I've done that, my paint can still stay in the paint, but don't do this. Get that paintbrush down in the box, not above the box. Keep the paint as close to your project as possible. That way it's just going to help keep our room and our workspace nice and clean. Notice that paintbrush is really close to my painting project. It should not be above the box, but right into the box. When you put your paintbrush on your finger, it can tap and make some splatter paint onto your paper. Okay, so let's take a look at it, what it looks like. You'll notice I put a few splatter paints on there, and that's what it looks like. I think that this project was so fun. I hope that you enjoyed it.